My name is John Halford. I was born in 1941 in England, and I came to the United States in 1964. I graduated from Pasadena in '66, got married, and my wife and I went to Australia in 1967. And we were there for 11 years, came back, worked at headquarters for another 17 years. Then I was asked to go to Europe to be the regional director and help people through the transition that our church was going through. Then we came back in 1995 and settled here in southern Indiana in the property I bought from my father-in-law, and we've been here ever since. I have been giving a seminar in churches about the art of growing old gracefully. And that is what I wish many of us older men and women would understand, that God wants us to grow old gracefully, not resisting it. We live in a world that worships youth. We live in a world that worships activity. We've got all the chemicals and all the various preparations and programs to delay aging. But I'm not sure that's healthy. I think as you do get older and as you recognize your body is not what it was, your mind changes. We should accept that fact and make the most of this time, because there are valuable lessons to learn. One of the scriptures from Ecclesiastes that I found interesting, I read it in the Message Bible. Sometimes the Message Bible gives you a look at things that you don't get out of something more traditional that you're used to. He says in chapter 3, verse 12, "I've decided there is nothing better to do than go ahead and have a good time and get the most we can out of life. That's it. Eat, drink, and make the most of your job. It's God's gift." And this is a time of life that has taken some of us by surprise. And I've thought a lot about this and thought, well, God knew that we were going to get old. He wasn't surprised. He knew all along. God gives us permission to get old. And as we get older, I think we need to learn to relax a bit, to change our perspective, to accept the fact that we're getting older and another generation is got to come along. And our job is not to have them replace us. Our job is to prepare them for the work that they're going to have to do in their prime. As they go into their 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s, frankly, it's going to be a different kind of a world to the world that I've known. But some principles and values are permanent. They're not going to change with time. And another one is, of course, the famous Psalm 71, verse 14. "Since my youth, O God, you have taught me, and to this day I declare your marvelous deeds." So there's no mandate to give up. "Even when I'm old and gray, do not forsake me, O God, till I declare your power to the next generation, your might to all who are to come." So even when you're older, your life can be a testimony to the younger generation. After I've given the seminar on growing old gracefully, a lot of older men and women have said to me that they've really appreciated this because they've never really looked at their lives from that perspective. And they said, frankly, I've dreaded retiring. What will I do? What will I be? And we tend to make our identity our job, and our job in the work, whether it's a minister or whether it's handing out hymn books or stacking chairs. This is our identity. And we're reluctant to let go of it because we're losing something of ourselves. And I'd encourage older people, do some of the things you never had time to do. Get a hobby. Enjoy your hobby. It's great. And I think it's wise for us to take half a step backwards from the activity and accept the fact that there are things we can do at this time of our life that weren't perhaps possible before. I'm here making something for my daughter in her school, something I would never have had the time to do before, and perhaps would have thought I shouldn't be doing it. Hey, why not? This is a good time to do it. Ecclesiastes 5, verse 18. "After looking at the way things are on this earth, here's what I've decided is the best way to live. Take care of yourself, have a good time, and make the most of whatever job you have for as long as God gives you life." And that's about it.